before you see X-Men The Last Stand in theaters. Become them.
I think you forgot your climbing gear on purpose.
What would give you that idea? Really, Zip. It's like going up a set of stairs, only far less boring.
Yeah? Well, I want to throw up every time you look down. Hey, Alice is back. Grab a headset.
Back so soon? From Florence, wasn't it?
Decided on Genoa at the last minute. My dissertation will never see daylight at this rate, but never mind that. What are you doing in Bolivia?
Ascending. Alistair, meet Tuanak. She's a lovely pre-Incan civilization, currently in ruins.
Delighted.
I've been looking for certain artifacts. Well, for some time now. And an old friend working in La Paz has tipped me off about a rather promising rumor.
What sort of artifacts?
An ornate stone dais, among other things.
A big rock, and she won't say why.
Oh well. Where would the suspense be otherwise?
Do me a favor and check your PDA.
It still works, if that's what you're wondering.
Cool. They said it was waterproof. You should be able to swim with it, no problem. Unless you eat it, then you'll have to wait an hour. me a favor and check your PDA.
It still works, if that's what you're wondering.
Cool. They said it was waterproof. You should be able to swim with it, no problem. Unless you eat it, then you'll have to wait an hour.
I've been looking for certain artifacts. Well, for some time now. And an old friend working in the Powers has tipped me off about a rather promising rumor.
What sort of artifacts?
An ornate stone dais, among other things.
A big rock, and she won't say why.
Oh well. Where would the suspense be otherwise?
The video is going to make me sick if you keep on swinging, Lara.
Look away from the screen then.
Careful.
Deep breath, Sip. This will be a long trip otherwise.
I forgot you were such an optimist. That was too close.
Copy that. I'm here, but I don't see no climber. Yeah, well, I can't shoot on sight if I can't see nobody. Got worked up thinking I'd put someone down today. Now there's nothing. He owes me one. Hell yeah, I'll tell Rutland myself. You know it.
Any idea who he is or who he works for?
I haven't the foggiest. He's deliberately unremarkable.
Is that good or bad?
It's deliberate, which isn't good.
Swear to God.
So what? He jumped out and started swinging?
Yeah, sort of danced around, screaming and yelling, whatever.
Yeah? Well, I would have kicked the hell out of him.
Yeah, whatever, man. Came flying at me screaming monkey talk like that, and I just...
Who are these guys?
The question is, why go to this much trouble to guard some ruins?
Quite. Isn't she beautiful? I'm falling in love all over again.
You say that to all the ruins.
I'm a terribly lucky girl. And here come the bloody tourists to spoil it all.
Your cam doesn't pick up detail that small. What do you see?
Men with guns. Mercenaries by the look of them.
What are they doing there?
Getting into trouble.
There she is! Draw her fire!
Death by irony is always painful. Amateurs.
Glad you're on your toes.
It's a useful survival skill.
What's all this stuff for?
Moving heavy materials deeper into the mountain, probably. Sometimes ancient builders had to tunnel around hard rock deposits.
Looks like you're going forward.
Yes, but how?
With patience and persistence.
complicated.
It probably wasn't so back when it was fully furnished. We're looking at the stripped-down version of what's left 1,000 years later.
I would probably say that Xbox Live and one layer down, Marketplace, has been everything we ever imagined and more. We're now at 10 million downloads. People downloading stuff, videos, trailers, gamer cards. The ability now for us to interact with that consumer, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, provide them content, at its core gaming content, but also bring them together with their friends. Game achievements is huge. Achievements is unbelievable. I mean, I love reading the forums and going on the boards, and people see something on somebody else's. How the hell did he get that? And it's driving this, again, I'll use that old word, stickiness, of I want to be able to play longer and dive into games, because it's very important to me when people go look at my achievements that I'm up there with my buddies, you know, all around the world. Marketplace in particular, and the ability, again, for us to be able to interact, as I say, has been just phenomenal, because we're not only providing gamer content, but now we can provide video. We're delivering a high-definition connection to a 14 to 34-year-old male that is not watching television anymore. And I would be remiss, of course, if I didn't talk about arcade. And arcade is both a incredibly unique business model that is allowing smaller developers to get their content up in front of millions of people, as well as, I think, an incredible broadening tool for us that we feel very proud about, that we're able now to give. If you're not the FPS or the RPG guy, but you just want to go and play simple games that you can, ultimately you think you put down after 15 minutes, and in reality you can't. GeoWars being the one that everybody calls out right now. And I think arcade has been right there with Marketplace overall as being the two things that I think have moved this business forward. We committed in 2003 as an executive team, we're going to launch globally. We're going to break the paradigm that is this thing that it takes you a year and a half in some instances to roll out a console, because you've got to do all the localization. You've got to get software ready for the team. And we're going to break that paradigm. Because why should Europe wait 6 months? Or if you're a Japanese console manufacturer, why should Europe wait 12 months or 15 months, and why should the US wait 6 months? If you do your job and you work with your developers and your publishers and focus on getting that platform delivered, you can do it globally. As regards Japan, it becomes, if you don't put the hardware in there, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy that you'll never gain traction in the marketplace. Was it worth the risk that we might have a few tens of thousands left over? Absolutely. Would I do the same thing again? Of course, because if I constrain supply, then what good am I doing? You have to gamble that by making the hardware available and making the content available, that you're going to get traction, whether that happens on day one or 2 years after launch. And showing any lack of commitment to that market by telling retailers, no, we're only going to ship N hundreds of thousands of dollars of units in there, would actually backfire on us. We made the commitment to what the number would be in Japan a long time in advance. We made the commitment to the US and to the Europeans what the number would be. Our commitment to retail here was made pretty early in advance, and it's unfortunate demand continues to outstrip supply. The phenomenon that's happened is that I think we're pretty much through, I hope, the pre-order situation. But post November 22nd, people kept coming in and saying, here's my deposit and here's my phone number. And I know I'm not going to get it for Christmas, but I really want it for January or February. And so what we've been seeing is, as I mentioned earlier, is you've got to arrives at a local store and they actually pick up the phone and call people. We're about to get over that hump, and that you'll be able to walk into your store and see them there. Now, they're going to go quickly again, so don't dawdle. But there's going to be supply at retail. It's been unfortunate that demand has been that the store managers couldn't put them out on the floor. They were continuing to take phone numbers and deposits and picking up the phone and calling your Xbox 360s in. So consumers who didn't lay down a deposit or make a commitment with a retailer have been in vain, in most instances, searching for one. I really, truly believe that's going to change in the next few weeks. Getting Microsoft points up is phenomenal. I mean, not easy to develop a virtual online currency, but that's moving. That then actually you'll start to see this in the future spread across other Microsoft platforms. So you do have this virtual currency that will allow you not only to interact in our world of Xbox, but other worlds as well. And you're right, it gives you the perfect platform to be able to do microtransactions. Stored value cards is something as we need to look at as well, particularly for the Asian market. But the key is going to be, A, can you bring it to the console? B, can you find ways of, again, going back to my original point of, again, making it specific to a device, but making it more agnostic? I will say when we made an announcement last week about a game that I'm phenomenal, which will be my new cameo, Rob, Viva Pinata from Rare, a game that I've watched for the last 2 years being developed. And our announcement is just the tip of the iceberg of what I think is the brilliance of not only a game, but a piece of intellectual property that we'll get behind in ways we've never done as a company before, in building the IP, where the game will be integral to that, but we'll use online and we'll use Xbox Live as a fascinating way for people to interact. Now, it's not an MMO per se, but it's going to bring, hopefully, hundreds of thousands, not millions of people together to interact in ways that come into my garden, let's trade characters, let's go to Pinata Island and look at what's going on in your garden. Is there a special character? Can we raise these? Can you sell me that giraffe so I can do fascinating ways that are as appealing to an 8-year-old as they are to an 80-year-old, utilizing Live and, like I say, theoretically building not the classic MMO you would think, but a very different way, and allow younger consumers to be able to get involved in that space and maybe cut their teeth in a game like Pinata, in which they feel more comfortable then moving up to maybe even more challenging experiences.
Rated T for Teen. Rated T for Teen. This May. Before you see X-Men: The Last Stand in theaters, become them.
Squad leader to all units. Let's get this show on the road. Our objective is to annihilate all enemy units and destroy their base camp. Show them no mercy. Understood? You are to lead the attack and wipe out any resistance you encounter.
Product not yet rated.
Rated T for Teen.
Hey everybody, Phil Gates from Boss Corporation. I want to show you my new digital recording studio. Check it out. This is the Boss BR600. It's light, it sounds great, it's super portable, you are gonna dig it. It's the newest member to the Boss BR family of recorders. Built to be portable, check out the features on this killer recorder. It's got 1/4-inch balanced mic inputs, and we've included a cable that connects from XLR to 1/4-inch tip ring sleeve so you can stay balanced and use your favorite microphone. Also, you get this handy gig bag. The BR600 even has built-in stereo condenser microphones so you can record anywhere you like. The BR600 records to compact flash memory cards, expandable up to 1 gigabyte. Using 6 AA batteries, you can go anywhere and record. You're as portable as you want to be. USB connection lets you share your tracks and songs with everyone, if they have a BR recorder or a computer. You can import and export files as both .wave and AIFF, so you're pretty much compatible with the planet at this point, okay? Another big feature are the velocity-sensitive drum pads built right in. The drum sounds are amazing and even easier to program because you can just play the drum pads right here. There's a full-on COSM effects processor built into the BR600. Now remember, the COSM is Composite Object Sound Modeling, so I have a whole guitar processor built right into the BR600, and that gives me killer guitar, bass, and vocal effects. So let's listen to some of these tones. Let me play some clean, distorted, and other types of sound. So this is kind of a clean chorus kind of sound. Check it out. So this is kind of a clean, compressed, big fat sound for a clean rhythm guitar. I like this one. And here's a cool, like, top-end guitar, like a lead guitar sound. It's a lot of fun. I like to use. Yeah, I like the delay on that one. So now let's work out a track. I'm going to call it one of the 327 drum patterns, pick an input, pick up a guitar sound, the one that I like. Then I'm going to put some tracks in record, hit play. Yeah. And as usual, on the BR recorders, I can add bass using just my regular guitar and one of the bass simulator patches, again using the COSM guitar technology. I'm going to pick a new track. I've picked a bass sound. Let's go back to the top of the song, hit record, and hit play. Have a little fun with this thing. So let's go back with a really greasy lead guitar tone. I'm just going to arm a track, go back to the beginning. I've picked a new sound, and then I hit record and hit play. And the fun begins. And I'm staying a musician. I'm not being a technician. That's one of the coolest things about the BR600. So when you've got to have portability, a great guitar processor, an easy-to-use digital recorder, and awesome sound, don't think of imitations. Go for authentic Boss products like the BR600. This is Phil Gates. You take it easy. I'm going to have some more fun with this thing.
The all-new 197 horsepower Civic Si from Honda. It'll reverse your thinking.